Sorry, tell me what you.
That's okay.
What do you need?
We just need to see if anything happened to this account this year other than the neighborhood adjustment. You could just look at the neighborhood adjustment from 19 and see what they look like. And if they are, that's okay.
He's still within his time, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's what it is. Little Bay Shores went from 130 to 140%. That's what it is.
It went from what now again? I'm sorry.
The neighborhood adjustment went from 130% to 140%.
Gosh, that's a lot.
I don't know. Sometimes you gotta lie, huh? Man.
Okay, so la la.
Hey, I don't know what order we're talking here. Hey, excuse me. Don't accuse me of lying. Do you see? I signed this.
So I'm looking very
No.
Guys, hey guys,
Signed document swearing.
guys, where are we on our time?
Hey, I didn't realize that was going on there. Okay, now we are at the protester cross-examine and the protester presentation.
If you don't like
Oh my God, y'all need to be talking to us, okay?
I didn't say nothing to you. I was just
Apologies,
looking at it.
Gentlemen,
I'm sorry.
Apologies.
you need to be addressing yourself to the board.
That's the point I was making. Apology accepted.
Protester cross-examine and protester presentation.
Okay, so now you have, Mr. Patel, you have 2 minutes for cross-examine and 5 minutes for presentation to us.
I have nothing to say. He got
7 minutes. Oh, you're done?
I have nothing to say about this, ma'am. Whatever he
Okay,
Okay, that's fine.
okay. All right, so district, you have 2 minutes rebuttal.
I have no rebuttal.
Okay, protester, you have 2 minutes rebuttal.
Well, I need, honestly, my state of mind is not right now. Because after these guys are accusing me something because it's not consistent. He should be, he's not consistent.
Okay,
His idea is,
Gentlemen.
he did the good works. Can I say
You need
something?
to stick to the subject.
I think he is. He's in his 2 minutes rebuttal.
okay. Go ahead. So you're saying it's unequal, is that what you're saying?
The price is, ma'am, last year I didn't fight the case because they already increased instead of 90,000. So I'd say fine. That's why I didn't come last year. And now again, they just go look at it houses and they increase in 5-10%, whatever they can feel like that. And that's why I feel like it. I honestly give the number because I was talking to myself that last year I didn't rebuttal it because of the price they increasing from the previous years, and there was a final. And then this year they come in and they adjusted everywhere $5,000, $10,000 to everybody. I was very honest with that. So I didn't come to the rebuttal last year. This is the first time I come over here. First time in 18 years.
Mr. Patel, do you understand why they have raised the price? Do you understand it's because of sales in the neighborhood? It's not that they're making these numbers up. It comes from sales.
Sure.
People are willing to pay more for these houses.
And to Robert's point, people paid more. And so then it isn't just your house. Every single house in the neighborhood got that adjustment. It's everybody in a specific area.
We've made the point.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So
Wait.
now district, you get 1 minute closing.
I have no closing.
Protester, Mr. Patel, you get 1 minute.
Well, I'm going to fight the case again further.
Okay. All right. So now we get 5 minutes to come up with our thing. Okay. Now, Charlie.
Yes,
Okay. And I think I just wrote it here when somebody was talking some numbers. I have 130 written down, but was that on another case?
must have been another one. I don't remember any numbers being.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So it would
I
have
wanted to make sure.
appeared
Oh,
to
that's
me that based on the comp sales grid, that this house is under valued by about $20,000.
Got it.
And
So leave it
then
where?
based on the comp equity grid, it's under appraised or undervalued at about $6,000 to $7,000. So
Yeah.
it would appear to me that the 143,830 is a
Very fair.
fair number.
Very fair.
I agree.
Kathy, what do you think?
Can't hear you, Kathy.
Uh-oh.
I think
Kathy,
she
are
may
you
be,
muted?
I think she's gone, actually.
No.
No, she's there.
Okay.
It says
Muted.
unmute. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. It keeps coming up and saying unmute or mute. No, I agree 100%. That's a very fair price.
All right. Charlie, you also?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So on account 26265, based upon what we heard from the appraisal district and from the property owner, and taking into consideration the possibility of an incorrect appraised market value and the possibility of the appraisal ratio exceeding the median level of appraisal, on account 26265, I make a motion that we leave the value for 2020 at 143,830.
I'll
Second.
second that.
Oh, wait, we have 2 seconds.
Aye.
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 Okay, cool. That one's
Closed.
done.
Opening case number 2020-726. Count number 30967. Mr. Patel, who goes first?
Well, let him go first.
All right,
Because we win all the time, so
Eamon.
Okay.
go ahead, sir.
Hey, Eamon.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
You're up.
I know my tablet was loading.
Ah.
I hope this is the right one. Is this case 309, I'm sorry, ID number 30967?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. This is a bunch of cottages. They're rental cottages. The 2019 market value was 1,237,270. This year it was 1,201,340. These properties are not valued on income because no income model has been built. I don't know what that's going to end up looking like if that does happen as a result of them being, and if they're long-term rentals, it's possible that maybe they should just stay on cost and sales comparison. But in any case, these are not done on income. So the way the sales grid is going to look is obviously there's no comp that has 30 of these little houses. So the way you would value this is you would value the homes, and they're all the same. These little buildings are the same. It's the little note at the bottom says, subject is a cottage facility with 20 buildings that would normally be classified as a 3SS, if these houses are 3SS homes. Collections of cottages have not been valued in this county on income, which would surely be higher. So the comps are other similar nearby homes, which will only have one building on each parcel, and the adjustments are done to reflect on each of the 20 buildings. So this is basically a more normal sales grid, like what you're used to looking at. The sales in the area is a 3SS home sold in a state's private road for $123,443. One sold on Sawyer for $134,000. One sold on A1 Hill Road for $107,000, and one sold on Murphy Road for $99,500. And that indicates a value for the subject of 1.2 million, the 1,234,000, again, because there's 20 of them. So if you were just to take that entire number and divide it by 20, you get $62,000 basically. It's like 61,750
Each?
Yeah, they're small. They're small. They're 12. Well, actually, they're not that small. They're 1,200 square feet. Okay, well, they're not that small. They don't have yards though, so there is that.
So they're all rental properties, is that correct?
I think so. I think I don't know if they're short-term or long-term rentals. I just know that we have them on like a depreciated cost value. We're not considering them to be income producing as far as evaluation. It's just an approach to value we haven't used on these.
They're not considered income producing.
What I'm saying is they could be. I guess that is a.
You don't have a model set up for this type situation that would be accurate.
Well, it's that we would have to get every single cottage facility in the entire county and
Yeah.
figure out which ones are short-term and which ones are long-term and how
Yeah,
we find
right.
the difference. And
Got
that is a project that's looking at being done, but it would be relevant if these are long-term rentals or short-term rentals. That would make a difference.
Got it. Hey, so where is this exactly? I mean, it's on
on
Business
the-
35?
Yeah, it's on the way to Aransas Pass on Old 35.
So if I,
Oh, on the left-hand side, 135 going south,
On the right-hand side.
the right-hand side.
so this is oriented backwards or, well,
Do you see there's to the north of it, there's a dollar store that just got built.
yeah,
Yeah, it's right there. There's a bunch of RV parks and stuff in this area. There's a gas station. This is
where's
just
the dollar store?
Oh, okay,
right
okay.
next, right next to it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, thank you. That helped immensely.
Yeah. And that's all. That's our evidence. That's where our number came from.
Okay, all right, so Mr. Patel,
Yes, ma'am.
you have 2 minutes to cross-examine and 5 minutes to present to us.
Okay, now he's changing the model every single times. I don't know which way you go. The problem is certain property, he said he got the number going, certain property, he going the building going. So I don't know how I'm going to fight it because I don't know his state of mind is, he's not consistent. So there's no relevant. I cannot fight with this guy. I'm sorry, but this is a fact. I'm sorry, man. I'm
Well, you
very
shouldn't fight with them. You should.
Okay, do you have anything else?
Okay, that's fine.
Do you have anything else?
I got evidence over there, 40,000, 159. If he goes by unit, then I can rebuttal it. But if he's saying one way this, one way that, sorry, but I don't have to say anything. The
So
number-
what methodology did you use to come up with your numbers? Did you use the cost method, sir?
Yes, I submit the numbers. I submit the numbers over there. And the KGR property has a four site. The income side, I brought it. The fourth side, it is, one is this, there's a part of that. I bring the documents, there is a documents over there, how much the income we earned for the last year.
Right.
And, I mean, the total amount was there. And this year was a 40,000 for the January. And it is a decline. After the February is decline because the COVID-19 comes in and it's decline. So the thing is, it is going to be around 400,000. The total amount is the $40,000 in a month, which is Rahi, which is Rahi 2, which is in the Rockport. There is another 3 properties in Aransas Pass. This is we're going to rebuttal later on, and this is also an agenda on this one. So the 40,000, if you divide by four properties, it is a $10,169. And if you
Excuse me, this information is not for this property. This is for a property at 725 South Water Street. That's not this property.
That's the
Sir.
taxpayer's address.
Ah, okay,
The
fair
owner-
enough.
Yeah.
So keep going, Mr. Patel.
Well, that's
I
what,
would like to
that's
look
what I'm saying, man. This number is a 4 property together, 40,000 per month. And there's another further I give you in May, and that's the property is declining it because we have a short time. So I go to the documents, which is 36,000 in May. And now is the first time coming, you folks around here. And after August to December, there's the rental is very, 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 very low,
Yeah.
which is going to about 25,000.
Hey, what's that a picture of that's up on the wall right now?
Madam, this is the property, one of the property, the gentleman saying is completely damaged twice. After the hurricane, and again, the flood came about last year, the water is coming, flowing from the 35, it goes in this property. So the whole house is destroyed, which is the big one, and we shut it down completely because the high-rise water was flooded. So we got to gut it because those the pictures are there.
Got it.
So how many of your units are not available for rent?
How many aren't, you can't rent?
It's about almost 16 to 1800 square foot, the big house, and is destroyed my laundry rooms and everything.
But like how many of your little houses can actually are in condition to where you can actually rent them?
Honestly, I can rent them about 30 units. So it's about, I would say about 15 units. 5 units is bad because that big house, right, you see that?
Yeah.
Completely was in the water. When it was several months ago, there was a lot of flood on that side. And that's the water was rushing from other side on the road and seeping over there. Because basically it is a low end. Every time there is a lot of rains, we always have a difficulty on those.
And those aren't up on stilts, right? They're on the ground?
No, ma'am, that particular house is not on the tilts, ma'am. This is on the ground.
Got it. Well, that's interesting. Right?
So was that taken into consideration that that big building is not functioning?
I think it is. Let me check.
We're
Also,
still in his time.
Also, Scott or whoever's driving, up above, there was looked like a street map that showed the lots passed over.
It looks like no, that building doesn't have a function in it for damage, it's just depreciated.
Okay, because he said he's not able to use that one.
Yeah.
And I mean, the pictures showed it isn't in good shape.
Right. Yeah, no, it's contributing $37,000 worth of value, and it's probably worth a little less than that. Yeah.
You're
And
saying it's worth about 37,000, is that right?
No, that's what it's contributing on the property as described, but it's probably worth less than that because it's damaged, a damaged building.
So would that be a deduction we would be able to take from the price, from the noted value?
I mean, you guys can put whatever market value on this property you think is right. I mean,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Is that the right figure, around 37,000?
Oh, no, I'm saying it's worth less than that.
Less than that.
We don't have any function on here for damage. But that being said, where are we on time?
We're still in his first time, but it's getting ready to run out. So now we're getting ready to go into your cross-examine and deal.
Can I ask Mr. Patel a question?
Yes, sir.
The property or the map that's up on the screen right now that we're looking at, what property is that? That doesn't look like this property.
No, sir. No, it is not. It is not.
Okay, how about the pictures once again of the house? Those of this property?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
So those are of the big house, I take it. It's not function, the bigger
Yes.
house. Yeah.
Okay.
And then were there any other buildings that are not functioning?
The back one where it last on the corner, that's one.
That one is not?
No, ma'am. We are fixing it because on the backside, when the water flows, it is flooded over there. And the other side neighbor, there's a park there. They release the water on the street. That street, you see them? That water is coming when it's flooding. The water is coming from that street to the front.
So was it that way on January 1st of this year?
Yes, it's not functioning.
Okay, all right, cool. So if we take that building off, Eamon, for this year, so we've got 38 on that. That one only contributes 38, okay. Then what do you think?
He didn't say that. He said less than that, I believe.
Yeah, he was talking about the big house.
I know.
Right, and then this one, what part of all of that would you say it contributes, Eamon, on your numbers?
I don't know, Scott.
We need to be looking at what's the functional impairment of that one building.
Mine only shows the.
Well, if he won the one big building,
No, the pink
No,
one
the
there in the
small.
corner.
is he able to rent it?
No,
He
madam.
said
No, madam. No, so far, no.
not this year.
No, because we are still repairing that one, ma'am. There was a sheetrock and everything wet,
Ugh.
and we are working on it while the money comes, there's a lot of expenses.
Each of the buildings is contributing $53,000 on a cost basis. So-
Each one?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so that's like 100,000, right?
Yeah,
About, okay. All right, cool. So now, and I'm sorry if somebody wants to, but right now we're, Eamon, you've got 2 minutes and 2 minutes, 2 to cross-examine and 2 to rebut.
okay. I would like to understand the sheet that was shown with the $40,000 number on it. I just want to know what I'm looking at. I think it's page 2, maybe.
That rectangle?
This, okay. It says month of January 2020, total gross receipts for this property, 40,000. That is, what is this? Is this just for the subject property for this one account with the 18 houses?
This is a 4 property, sir.
4 different.
4 different property, and
Okay.
that's what the number is, because probably you don't like that number, but I'm just telling you, 40,169.
Uh-huh.
And that number is 4503, 2112, 201 Foggy Hill Road. So this is, we are coming next. So this is the total income we have in the KGR property management, because I handle the five corporations, 6 corporations.
Right. So what of that 40,000 was attributable to this? Because this hearing is only covering this one parcel. So what's the income on this one parcel?
What I'm saying is, if it's a 4 property together, I'm just trying to show you, because if I miss that one, then you're going to say you didn't give the paperwork. I give the paperwork because this is the 4 income under the same KGR corporation. We earned the $40,000 in January.
Right.
So what I'm saying is that income is showing it 40,169.62, which is 4503, 2112, 201 Foggy Hill Road, and 2110 Highway 35, which is under KGR property management, which is those are there, sir.
Right. I'm fine with that. I'm just saying, I just want to know what proportion it is. Like, is this one half of that? Is it a quarter of that? Is it a tenth of that?
Well, this one, it is, I would say, 1/4.
So are they all the same?
Yes, sir. There is a duplex over there
Uh-huh.
at the 201 Foggy Hill Road, exactly same there.
Okay.
Only the difference is 2112. This is individually cottages, but those are as a motel trip. When FEMA happened, I'm the first one to open for the government. Okay. So that particular time there was 100% occupancy. Okay.
Sure. Right.
So what I'm saying is, and God bless the government that they gave me 100%. You know what I mean? And I was the one that reduced the price, sir, because since you're boarding it, like I'm telling you, a lot of people in the town, 99% they raise the price. I used to sell renting for $59. I drop it to $55, and I didn't charge to the government in taxes. So I'm just trying to tell you, sir, straightforward. And this number is a 40,169.52. That number is a 4 property together, sir.
So is it fair to say that this property produced $10,000 in rent this January.
Yes, sir. I
Okay.
would say, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is a generally speaking, that's what I'm saying. So don't quote me wrong, because the numbers is here is a 40.
Right.
The other place is 45, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm trying to give you this number, honestly speaking. So that's the number is $10,000. So which is, in January, February till July, it should be better. But after July, it's going to drop till November because there's no tourism coming. Because we have a.
Okay,
We have a 30%.
Right. So Eamon, did you get your question answered?
Yeah, I did. I did for at least as much as I'm gonna get it answered, I think.
Okay, all right. So now, Mr. Patel, you get 2 minutes for rebuttal.
Well, since he got the numbers, I give it to him, and I think, I hope he considered the numbers over there. I give it to be transparency, all the numbers I give it to him. So $10,000, 120,000 incomes over there. And the occupancy is not that great right now, but this is the number. That's why I was going to fight the case on this one, not a property, because 90% he fight the whole, so far I'm coming, his income value. So now this is he tried to be unique, different ways, and I didn't know that. So my understanding is, I hope he does it. So my calculation is about $1 million, not 1.2.
Your calculation is about $1 million on this one?
Yes, ma'am. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Because of the damage of that one house and that plus $100,000 the revenue, because we are not generating that much revenue this year, and hope, finger crossed, next year will be better.
Okay. All right, cool. So now, Eamon, you now have 1 minute.
In closing, I am in agreement with the valuation of $1 million.
Okay, cool. All right, sir, you have 1 minute.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's 1 million. I'm okay with it.
Okay, so on account, now we get 5 minutes, okay? On account number 30967, taking into consideration what the appraisal district and the property owner presented, in consideration of the possibility of incorrect appraised market value and appraisal ratio exceeding the median level of an appraisal, I make a motion on account 30967 that we lower the total value for 2020 to $1 million.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
done. Yay. Okay, next.
Case is closed.
Thank you.
Opening case 2020-727, account 34398. Mr. Patel, who goes first?
Let him go first, sir, if I can do it very quickly.
Okay,
This is account 34398. It looks like vacant land. Give me a second. I gotta reopen my file real quick. Okay. Yeah, last year it was noticed at 190,930. This year it was noticed at 190,930. So I don't think anything happened. This is a piece of land on the corner of 35 and Jim Smokehouse Road, or Smokehouse Road, between that and Baldery. It's the end piece of land of the road that Shady Oaks and Circle W is on.
Can you show us that? We still have the cottages up on the screen.
Oh,
Or at least I do.
we are
Me too.
439.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Where is this now?
It's at the corner of Jim Smokehouse Road and Old 35. It's between Smokehouse Road and Baldery. This is the beginning of the road that leads to Circle W and Shady Oaks.
Okay.
It's just vacant land. I think there used to be a building on it.
No, there was no building. I was going to make the motel over there, but the situation changed. So
It's
I
just
just
cleared land.
stopped it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to do something, sir,
Got it.
but this is happening back, so I'm not doing anything there. So
Okay.
Yes.
There you go. And value hasn't changed year over year. The sales comps are sales from Monkey Road, 16th Street, Case Road, and Nell. They're all in that area halfway between Rockport and Aransas Pass. Indicates a value for the subject of 190,870. I'll point out that we do pretty good on vacant land, especially in areas like this in this county, because we have so much to compare it to. It does show that it's high by $100, not even $100, $60. And the equity value is the same because it's just on a land table. And our sales ratio report is for commercial frontage land in the whole county. And we're at 105% on commercial frontage property in Aransas County. A lot of people live on commercial frontage around here. Other than that, nothing happened. This basically it was almost not reappraised this year. It was looked at, but nothing changed, so nothing changed. That's all. But that's all. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Patel, you get 2 minutes to cross-examine and 5 minutes to present. And you realize this is the same value it was last year, right?
It is a little bit more cheaper than last year. So, like I said, I didn't revert or anything last year. I will go with that.
You'll go with that?
I will go with 190. I don't want to.
Okay. So on account number 34398, based upon what we heard from the appraisal district and from the property owner, taking into consideration the possibility of incorrect appraised market value and the appraisal ratio exceeding the median level of appraisal, I make a motion that on account 34398, we leave the 2020 value at $190,930.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Closed.
Okay, Charlie, before you proceed, I'm going to bail out for the rest of the afternoon. Okay, I'll log out and I'll have my paperwork on the porch for Scott to pick up and whoever's doing it and drop off for tomorrow.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
See
See
you,
you all
Kathy.
tomorrow.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Okay, opening case number 2020-729, account 54879.
Okay.
Mr. Patel, who goes first?
Let him go first.
Okay, the subject is 54879. Excuse me. Last year was noticed at 736,610. And the says 3 new units were added this year. Was noticed at 928,180. 3 cottages were just added this year is the change.
Which one, sir?
I don't know which ones you know.
That's why I'm curious. I didn't do anything, so.
Oh, really?
Maybe a note.
It's possible. No, it's, well, okay, you're probably right. It might be a note from, no, it says they're built 2019. Can we look at Picto from the year before?
That's the one from a year before?
No, not yet, not yet.
Oh my God.
Okay, it's those back ones. The one, the long one that the double unit or whatever it is, looks like a mobile home. And then the one next to it, it looks like, was
Which
under
one?
construction on January 1st.
How's the construction? It still is not finished.
Oh, really? The one down in the corner?
Yeah, see those those 2 right unit, the
Uh-huh.
yellow one?
Yeah.
And right there, those are not finished. So does the 5. Those are, the big building right there is not finished yet.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know what he's pointing to, and I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's not really any way for him
Yeah,
to
that one,
point through
yes,
this.
those 2 and one on the big one, sir, right there. It is not done. So does the corner one right here. That's a long, no, that's what, right there. It's not finished.
So the picture on the right is 2019 and the picture on the left is January 1 of 2020.
Yes, yes.
And he's not able to rent the unit, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 regular size and then 1 double or long, whatever. Those, he hasn't been, on January 1st, he wasn't able to rent those out, right?
No, ma'am. There's a 5 units right there. Those are the efficiency units. Those are 5 in the big building. There's a 2 units and 2, and on the side right here's a 2. So 2, 4, 6 plus 5, 11 units not rentable.
Sorry. Can somebody okay, so will you point out what he just, I'm confused. Sorry.
These are big plexes.
Okay.
Those 2 buildings right next to the one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes, sir.
11.
Okay, so we're in my presentation time, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Eamon.
That's okay, it's okay. So on the other property, your opinion of value was in 1 million, and it was more houses than this. What's your opinion of value on this one?
See, that building, I built it in 2016.
Uh-huh,
This one I built it in 2019.
okay.
It's not finished yet, so. not-
Well, I mean, as far as like what it's contributing, like what's your, do you have an opinion of value for it?
Well, honestly, we have a short time, so I didn't got that numbers.
Okay,
You see what I mean? And,
well, if we did it in proportion, because the other one had 18 working units, right?
19.
19,
Yeah.
okay.
One was a laundry room in the house and supplies going over there, so yeah, that's a function. Yeah, that's a part of that.
So it was 19, but one was used for supplies. Is that what you're saying?
The house, the big house usually supplies because we destroy everything.
Oh, yeah.
So that's.
So, and then this one has 12 that are rentable, if I'm counting it.
This is right there, yes, first 3 building,
Uh-huh,
that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the 12 buildings, 13 buildings is right there.
right.
It got me. Just only last 2, sir,
Uh-huh.
and the 5, the 5 flex right there. Yeah, right there in the corner, right there.
So if we were to do that in proportion to the other 18, it would put the value of this property at 660,000.
If it's a 660, I don't have a problem, sir.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
You're good?
That's less than 19's value.
Well, if you look at the one we did previously, it's also less than last year's value.
And
And-
Eamon put the price on it.
In
Okay,
both,
all right.
I mean, Eamon knows what he's doing, so. All right, on account number 54,
wait a minute.
Oh.
Both of them are less than last year's value, and both of them are less than cost. That's why doing things on cost and sales comparison falls down for income producing properties. The thing that gives it value is its ability to generate revenue. So there are times where things have a cost value that's higher than their income value. And that's why people make a speculative investment when they develop things. That's why it's better to buy an existing building for a business than to build a new building, because the cost of construction around here is extremely high. So I'm okay with it being lower than it is on cost and lower than last year, because the income valuation is a better approach for this.
And let me tell you this, I'm a builder also. I do the building, because those all the buildings, this is I did before the hurricane. And all of God bless, is all the buildings standing. So, yeah, it is under KGR, property management, I do the buildings also. So,
Okay, so we're all in agreement on 600,000, right?
yes, sir.
There was 660. It's
660, sorry.
the same, basically same proportion as the other one.
right, and y'all are, but he's good, you're good, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so on account number 5, wait, Eamon, can I go now?
Yes.
On account number 54879, based upon what we heard from the appraisal district and from what we heard from the property owner, taking into consideration incorrect appraised market value and the appraisal ratio exceeding the median level of appraisal, on account number 54879, I make a motion that we lower the total valuation for 2020 to $660,000.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Case closed. Opening case 2020-730. Account 58200.
Okay, 7:30. Okay, so we're in the 3 o'clock docket now, right?
Yes,
Okay, and we're gonna do these first before the, I believe there are other people on the 3 o'clock docket, right?
But wouldn't he be before them since he was here since 1:30 or not? I don't know. That's better.
I'm just trying to track with where we are. I'm trying to,
that's where we are.
okay, 7,
30.
got it. Okay.
58200.
Yes.
And once again, let me ask the question. Mr. Patel, who goes first?
I'll let him go first, sir. I will take it.
All right.
Let's see, okay.
Five 58200.
Yep, nothing's loading. Okay, this looks like a very similar thing. This is 58200. It is cottages on Old 35, Foggy Hill. These are built out a little different. They're just different type cottages. Oh, I guess they're singles instead of being duplexes, I think is what it is.
Yeah, it's a little smaller than even duplexes.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay, and the we did the comparison. These are actually class 2 homes. It's not that they're worse, it's that they're just small, and there's like the class can go down just from being itty bitty home. And the indicated value for the subject based on sales comparison is 955. And equity is 938, so it shows that even on a sales and equity basis, we're a little bit high. And the sales ratio report is for commercial frontage, I think. Or no, it's for Burton and Danforth. We're at 93% out there. People are paying a lot for old things. Okay, so this is one of the 4, right?
This is third.
This is, yeah, but it's one of the 4
one
that
of
made
the
up
4.
that
Yes,
other one.
yes.
Okay, so how many rentable units are in this one?
This particular one has 4 of them, 5 of them units got be destroyed. Sorry to say that, I don't want to bring it up, but people know that something happened over there a few months ago. People ransomed the cottages. And then, I don't know, the investigators saying this has happened over there. I don't even know, sir.
People did, they
One
ransacked
grows-
the cottages?
Ransacked them?
Yes, ma'am. And you know what happened? There's one girl, if you remember, that girl got killed.
Oh,
Somebody killed her or
When
something.
they were robbing the cottage?
Yes, sir. What happened was, those cottages, they are saying number 32, U.S. Marshal came number 32, and they looked it over there, number 15, they looked it over there. Number unit A looked it over there, I cannot rent it, look, 5, 6 unit over there. So what happened is, there's a lot of what's going on, like is a something going on. So we read of them, we're fighting every day, and like I said, it's unfortunate this has happened. So yes, sir. So, but again, now it is a headache when you have like this. So
Okay,
but
so
thanks God that it's getting better. So
okay, Eamon, you have another minute now.
you can use mine if you let him use it. I don't have a problem. So
Okay.
far, so we are going in a good rhythm right now.
Okay,
Yes,
so these are basically, each one is like half of one of the other ones. So this is part.
Less than half, sir. Less than half.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
And so there's 28 on here total. You said 5 or 6 of them are not rentable.
Yes, sir.
for legal reasons, I guess.
See, there's a 2-3 of them, I don't rent it because this situation happened. So
Yeah.
I don't rent it because people think, oh, so, and those last 2 units over there, 37, 38, because there's a cemetery on the back, people always, just go in and do the drugs or something. I tried to do it because the gentleman going to put the fence. I put the fence, but when hurricane came in and take the fence up. So that
Yeah.
gentleman right there, the church, they're calling it church, but he's gonna put the fence over there.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So finger crossed,
Oh, I guess I have it right here. I need the improvement value of the 2 large buildings.
$35,000.
So Amen, I'm just gonna run you on into his time, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
Because he said that was okay.
That's fine, man, that's fine.
Yeah, go ahead.
If it's on one thing, there's a $35,000 thing. This thing
Okay.
could be this stuff here. There's $250,000 on this. It has some trailer pads, it has some hotel space, 1,800 square feet and 1,152 square feet, and 956 square feet.
So do we only have one of those large buildings?
No, one of the buildings is $35,000.
And what's the other one?
Well, the other is this thing. Whatever this is. And this.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
I think it's this and this. It's these things right here.
Okay, but
The other-
my thing's showing 250. That's not 250 for that one building.
This is, oh, come on. You might be exactly. This thing, that was the sketch.
Okay, scooch over. That's okay. One, crap, okay, so there's one is 103 and one is 52.
Right. And there's this
Yeah, no, it's 35. Okay,
thing here. This, it could be this, this, this.
right, okay. Long story short, I am at 730 on this one.
How
You're
much?
at- You're at 730?
Yeah, okay, I mean,
If you do 700, I will.
okay, I'm okay with 700.
Okay, so you're good with that, Mr. Patel, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, on account number 58200, based upon what we've heard from the appraisal district and from the property owner, and taking into consideration the incorrect possibility of an incorrect appraised market value or the appraisal ratio exceeding the median level of appraisal, on account number 58200, I make a motion that we lower the total valuation on that property for 2020 to 700,000.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Case
Okay.
is closed. Next case, open 2020-734. Account 881-9799. Mr. Patel, who goes first?
Let him go first, sir.
Okay.
734.
That's the full one, right?
I'm not sure. Yes, this is 8819799. This is a single-family residential home on Fuqua, and I'm having deja vu a little bit. It looks this Didn't we already do this
Next
one?
door.
Okay, okay.
It's right next door, yeah.
And the notes are the same. Last year it was noticed at 100,100. This year it was noticed at 116,260. The comps that were used were sales of class 3 homes in that South Central Rockport area, rendering a median indicated value for the subject at 122,103. And the subject was noticed at 116,260. The equity comps show a median equity value of 121,690. So we're not appraising this any higher than we would other properties. And our sales ratio in this area is 97%. And let's see if our sales, our sales looks like about that. We're at 116 and the sales are showing it should be 122. So we're 3% low in the neighborhood and looks like we're a few percent low on this house. And the change was due to a neighborhood adjustment. This thing didn't get any effective age increase or anything like that. It was just a neighborhood adjustment. And that's all.
Well, this is like a duplex kind of thing.
Cindy,
Yeah? What?
he's done.
Okay.
Yeah, he's so now he's in his cross-examination time and he's asking me a question.
Yes. So he has 2 minutes.
Oh, yes, 1115 South Fuqua, which is, it is a duplex. It is a rental property. So it has 2 units, and that 2 units, it is one occupied in my workers staying there, one is empty since 20K.
Okay.
If you can keep it at 100, I'm okay with that, because there's no income coming there. So there's an income ratio, that's how I look at it.
Let's see. Do I have anything indicating that? I mean, if you look at the comp number 4 is 2677 Sawyer Lane. As a class 3 home, it's 1380 square feet. Subject is 1368. It's sold for 134. They have the same, that one actually has less value in land.
But look at the Fuqua right next door, sir. 1111 South Fuqua. We agree on 67850.
Right, because the type of house it was small, and we have sales showing other small houses like that selling for pretty cheap. And houses like I think the big break point is the fact that this house could house an entire family. That anything that's big enough for you to move a whole family into, or to live in for a long time pretty comfortably, is worth a lot right now. That's why the neighborhood, everybody's improvements in this neighborhood went up this year. It's resisting depreciation because of just the market is just increasing. I understand what you're saying about it being a duplex, but I really don't want to do duplexes or long-term rentals on income. I don't, because it would end up creating chaos for regular homes.
But I understand, but this is registered at the county. In city, it is a duplex.
Right.
It is registered as a duplex.
Right. No,
So
it
that's
is.
what I'm saying, income ratio, that's what I'm gonna go by is on the KGR Corporation, and I don't know.
Well, rent on this would be, it would be worth 116,000 if your rent was $1,200 on the whole building.
It's not, honestly, sort of, that's a lower end of Fuqua. I don't know.
Well, I know, but
Here or not, but-
unless each side of the duplex is 600 and 600, that would be pretty low. I live in a duplex and it's not that cheap. I live in like the cheapest one I could find.
There's nothing buying cheaper, right?
No.
We increase going like this.
Mine's
so
900.
anyway,
Mine's 900 and I live in one half of a duplex. I have 5 people in the family. So I can't see anything that I would want to do, but that, like I said, the board can if they think it's warranted or equitable or whatever, it's up to them.
And the building is very old. It's not nothing like a stuck or nothing at all.
I agree. I
It's
agree.
nothing like, the next door house is maybe expensive than this, 111544, because other one is nice, 2-story there. That one is, on the top floor is, so,
What
it's a
is-
67,
Oh.
so.
Let's go to it. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so, all right, so Eamon, it sounds like you're still at 116,260, is that right?
Yeah, that's the only thing that I don't have anything to support that. If I was to give you my actual opinion of value of this property, it would be higher.
Right. But my point is, you're not you haven't seen anything that you yourself are going to change right now.
I mean, no, and just again, I want to point out, I don't make changes to accounts in a hearing. We're just doing market value.
Right. Okay. So where we're at basically really is like each one of y'all do your closing.
Oh, I don't have any closing.
All right. So Mr. Patel, you have a 1-minute closing.
Well, like I said, I mean, I was expecting 105, something close to that number. It's not coming, so I'm not going to be agree on 116. I gotta fight for it.
Okay. So we have our 5 minutes.
I haven't seen anything.
Nobody's presented anything that makes me able to change.
I'm with you. I'm the
Okay.
same.
Okay, so on account number 88, Charlie, are you there with us?
Yeah,
Okay, on account number 8819799, based upon what we heard from the appraisal district and the property owner, taking into consideration incorrect appraised market value and appraisal ratio exceeding the median level of appraisal, on account number 8819799, I make a motion that we leave the 2020 value at 116,260.
I'll second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, I think we finished the list, Mr. Patel.
All right, I appreciate it to your times and you listening me patiently. I appreciate it.
Of course, thank you. And also, sir, if you would, when you leave up at front, they can tell you where they are. If you would fill out a survey about your experience with the appraisal review board, that would be very helpful to us.
Sure. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great afternoon, and thank you for all the evidence. That's good.
I declare,
Well, I understand that some of this is upsetting. I don't, no hard feelings, okay?
I don't have a heart.
I'm
I'm
not-
declaring a 5-minute recess
Yes.
while they figure out who's next.
Okay.
This year, you have a lot of property,
Sure.
so I'll just, I'm gonna be reasonable with you.
Well,
Like I said, it's no,
No,
I'm not
you're doing your
expecting
job.
you- I'm never gonna tell you that you need to calm down,
No.
because it's okay. If you're upset, I'm not gonna tell you have to not be upset, So it's okay.
See, what happened was, sir, the thing is, if it's when, you guys, last year I didn't come
Sure.
because it was a farewell,
Uh-huh.
and that's why I didn't come. Let me tell you this, because you are a businessman, and let's say you those Fuqua example I'm going to give you,
Uh-huh.
those 1111 Fuqua, 1115 Fuqua, I bought it both houses for $66,000 total, two together. Then, I come over here, and Mr. Soto told me, can I know? Because I show the legal evidence,
Uh-huh.
which is I bought it. And then, Mr. Soto said, okay, fine. I'm not trying to be, he's a nice guy. And I say, okay, it's a fair value because I'm a businessman and I know if it's $70,000 and somebody give you, like for 20,000, yes, of course it's a good deal. So that's the 66,000. I fair with that. So they divided those two property in one. So one property in two,
Yeah.
and the value was, you see that, 111, 116, and other one 70. So it's 180,000,
Right.
which is how much percentage? Is
Yeah.
more than 150% within 2 years.
Right.
And then after, right now you increase 15% more, it's hurt. Because what happened is a hurricane came and we lost so much
Mhm.
and we didn't recoup yet.
Right. Right.
And now, because we are in a hotel business,
Mhm.
and this COVID-19 is real, sir, because the numbers like a spring break, 10 days, we lost $60,000, $70,000 in one hotel.
Mhm.
The revenue wise, that's $60,000, $70,000 in the spring, because $60 motel to $180, you see the impact.
Yeah.
It's so much.
Uh-huh.
And right now also, and basically we are doing the rental business, and that's it's tough.
Right.
And those properties, some of them, those Rahi Cottage, I'm behind.
Uh-huh.
I didn't pay the money for the last year. I still,
Right.
because those are 10%, because some of the loans, because there is no equity, we getting after the hurricane, we didn't have insurance, we got to take the loan for 10% additionally,
Yeah. Right. Right.
you see? So I know, because your eyes, yes, the mortgage is this, but you don't add that 10%,
Uh-huh.
because we take another risk loan, which is a higher loan, private loan, is a 10%.
Right. Right.
You see, so
Yeah.
So sometimes it is things, and it's
But
a 5 minutes
you should-
presentation.
But you should know that, like, you bought those houses for 65,000 or whatever.
Yes, sir.
Nobody else does that. Nobody else does that. So, like, if you're the guy who can go around and say, hey, everybody knows a Toyota Corolla is $20,000. Everybody just knows that. And you say, well, I bought mine for 11,000. Well, you got a good deal. It doesn't mean your Toyota Corolla is worthless. You paid less for
Right.
something that's worth the same, right? And so when you bought that thing for 7,
Mhm.
you could have immediately, without doing anything, have sold it right away for 100 just to another person. And the reason you don't is because that's what you do. You go around, you buy stuff, and you're buying low and you're selling high, and that's good. That's what you're supposed to do. But your purchases are always below market. Then, because you know what you're doing, you're not gonna pay full price for something. You're gonna find something that's an opportunity. You're gonna pay below market.
I understand. How old are you, sir?
I'm 32.
You're 32, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a 56. Let me tell you, the timing is the most matter. SLN crisis, what happened?
Mhm.
Okay, the bank.
Right.
Rockport here, those houses over there. One of the property, right, waterfront, sir. I went about 12 years ago. That's a fiveplex right next to that, Seaview Motel.
Uh-huh.
There is the restaurant right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
10 years ago, sir. I went over there and 140,000 for fiveplex.
Scott,
He's not in the room. Is our 5-minute recess over?
I'm trying to figure out if we have any more.
We do. We do.
So what happened was that time, but I think you don't have 10,000.
So it looks like we have 2 left.
Well, there is,
Oh, there's more actually on the Kindle than there are.
there's more. There's 2 on page 7, 1 on page 8, and 1 on page 9.
Oh, okay. I missed the 2 on.
I like
on page
Robert's
7.
answer better. That was the first answer given, so let's just go with that one. I make a motion based upon what we've heard today. Oh, God.
You got your weather station in front of you, Charlie? I'm just curious how hot it was outside.
Is he going to check?
I could have done that. I got it down to 96. Okay.
No, the weather station's on another desk over to the right.
Okay.
I thought he made you mad you were leaving, Charlie. It was like, dang.
No, it's over on a table on the other side, in the middle of the room.
So 96 is the outside temperature?
Yeah,
That's
Wonder
pretty
what that
warm,
feels
even for
like.
Rockport.
Yeah. Oh my God, Denton is so dry. It feels, you know, it's as hot or even hotter, but it didn't feel as hot. I mean, it was like such a relief. Oh, it was awesome. Okay.
there's only one problem with this Zoom business. I can't walk out in the front room and find out what the devil's going on.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, text Val. See, just text her. Val. What's up, Val?
I think if we start talking about them, somebody will show up because I think they listen up front.
I think they do.
So Mr. Patel and Eamon are still talking, but I do have someone waiting. It's another Mr. Patel. It is case 1265.
All right, well, tell Eamon to stop talking and get back here.
So Val, like, do you know yet if the other, because aren't there like 3 others?
As far as I know, only 2 signed in. So I don't think the others have signed in. It's like it may be a no-show.
Is 1265 this Patel? Is he here? Or is he at the office?
He is. He's here in person.
All right,
His
let's
first.
work. Let's process him.
Yes.
Hey, and Charlie, look, I think the one above it, 1259, because look at well, I don't know. Maybe I'm totally, see how the name is like,
I don't know.
it's familiar, but maybe not.
Go ahead and say the name, Cindy.
Huh?
Go ahead and say the name.
Well, but I'm waiting for you to say it, Scott.
I'm not supposed to talk. Ready for the pronunciation lesson.
Jitendra Kumar.
Pretty good.
That was probably better than I can do.
But I could be totally wrong. Because the one above, that's Jatin and then Jitendra. But when you add that Kumar at the end, Jitendra Kumar. Wow. So Scott, have you been sitting there the whole time listening?
I mean, that's the last little bit. No, I just got back here.
Oh, okay.
going on back here?
What?
You could hear up front.
We gotta talk so loud to get, cause he's all the way over there and he's got a mask on and this microphone's like really good, but it's just not much, there's not much to pick up.
Yeah.
I mean, they're having trouble hearing him. I'm having trouble hearing him. I'm right here.
Representative is here. All right, so Mr. Patel is here. And this would be the case. Well, it is 24225. I have it as the first one, the case number 12. If you are in agreement with that, we can start with whichever one.
I'm fine with
Okay.
Okay, is everybody else here?
Yes?
Okay, we're doing case 1265 and we are ready when you.
Opening a hearing on case ID 2020-1265, account number 24225. Mr. Patel,
Sure.
we have some administrivia to take care of. If you just follow along, I have a couple of questions along the way. This hearing is being recorded. We are the Appraisal Review Board that will be hearing your protests today. On the panel are myself, Charles Powers, Cindy Duck, and Robert Dayton. We do not work for the Appraisal District. We are appointed to perform an independent review of your protest. At the end of the hearing, you may complete a survey regarding your experience. The survey may be completed using the survey form and emailed to ptad.communications@cpa.texas.gov or online at surveymonkey.com/r/surveyarb. The survey is voluntary. You also have the right to appeal our decision. Appeal information will be provided to you with our determination. In accordance with Tax Code Section 4145H, all written material that has not been provided must be provided at this time. This is very important. Do we have all of your evidence?
Yes.
Okay. ARB members who are considering the protest have not communicated with anyone about the protest and are signing an affidavit to that effect. I, Charles Powers, do solemnly swear I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 4166F.
I, Cindy Duck, do solemnly swear I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I have signed to that effect, and I am physically located in Texas.
I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F.
My name is Val Smith. I'm a notary public. I am witnessing via Zoom Mr. Powers, Ms. Duck, and Mr. Dayton's signatures, and I'm physically located in Texas.
All testimony from all witnesses must be given under oath.
I, Eamon Burke, do solemnly swear or affirm the testimony I shall present to the Appraisal Review Board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
I, Jatin Patel, do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony I shall present to the Appraisal Review Board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
Mr. Patel, do you have a Texas appraiser license?
No.
Okay. You have procedure times, I believe, taped to the table right where you're sitting.
Yes.
Those are the procedures that we're going to use during this hearing. There are two columns because you get to make a choice of who goes first, you or the district.
District.
Okay.
Okay. The subject property is 24225. It is a Motel Seaview Inn on 35 next to Sonic. Little triangular property.
Oh, yeah.
It was noticed last year, or certified last year at $841,940 on a cost basis. This year it was noticed at $1,195,970 on an income basis. It was given it was described as having 21 rooms. Excuse me, a rent rate of $25,185. That's per room per year. And every motel in the county was treated exactly the same way, same room rate. There was no distinction made between motels. The vacancy was 50%, which is market vacancy, and 55% operating expenses. Capitalized of the 118,999 indicated in NOI gives you that $1.1 million valuation. It's actually like 1.2, like $5,000. The equity grid shows other motels, the Rod and Reel, Village Inn, and Gulf Tides. They all have the same room revenue, same vacancy, same expenses, same cap rate. And they have different tax rates. The Gulf Tides is in Aransas Pass. Their cap rate is higher because their taxes are a lot higher. There was a settlement offer made when this was put together. The 55% expenses has been shown to just be too low. 65% is more realistic. And on top of that, this motel, I'm open to the idea that maybe they belong in a different category of motel. I was actually looking into that before. I didn't get to finish what I was looking at, but that's all the evidence we have to submit. And so I'll be done with my presentation time for that.
You said you're done?
I am. I have nothing else to submit.
Okay, and Eamon, I just want to, so you've got a set, I can't see it because of the screen, my screen, but you have a settlement number written in that sheet, but you're saying there's something else that you want to look into that, so it might change that?
Yes.
Okay, so I won't even ask you. All right. So now, Mr. Patel. Right? Yes, Mr. Patel?
You have to speak up a little bit to get the mic.
Yes,
Oh, okay. So you have 2 minutes to cross-examine, and then you have 5 minutes to present. So you've got a total of 7 minutes, okay?
if you could pull up my evidence. So the 1, 2, 3, the 4 slides that you guys see, the first 4 slides are rooms in Aransas County and their reported revenue. The study that has been provided by Eamon study is actually revenue for all the hotels in total, but it's also segmented out to one of the bigger hotels, which are 100-room units, interior corridor, not differentiating an exterior corridor property with a lot more maintenance and old school hotels. They're not really even a hotel, we call it a motel. Not much reservation system based, like I said, it's more to mid or lower, I would say even lower than economy scale brand. And you can see the numbers, you know, the ADR plus the room revenue that the study showed around 25,000, where he came up with the number. This studies, I mean, they're close to 6,000, not even 6,000 a room revenue. And the ADR, instead of $35 to $40, they're coming out between $15 and $20. So if you go to the next, after the 4th slides, the 5th slide, I did a study just like how he did compared to the smaller hotels. You could see the big difference in it. You know, what I would like to see the ARB members do, you know, last session that I was here, you know, I saw that the ARB members just mostly were interested in the data that was provided by the appraisal district, but not the property owners. These are actual sales for this hotel, 149,421. Anticipated sales of Eamon study were over 500,000, 534,000 anticipated sales. And you can see the difference. The sales were only 150 grand. You can see the ADR at $20, right under $20. If you look at the income approach, which is what the appraising review board should consider, that this is an income approach. You know, if there's a mistake that's done, if it goes lower than last year's value, it's not that we should even consider. You know, last time I was here, I had overheard one of the ARB members ask Amen twice, are you sure this is lower than last year? As a property owner, if it was mine was more, would you ask me twice? Hey, it's more. Would you really consider? I don't think it's right. Make your own decision. You have the data in front of you. He's going to go with the $35 ADR according to his study, which he has every right to. But I have every right to show you my numbers, which are my actual value, and my ADR. The value should be 260. The same approach, the same value that he calculated on. So that's what I have.
Okay. All right. So now the appraisal district has 2 minutes to cross-examine and 2 minutes for rebuttal. So you have 4 minutes, Eamon.
Okay, this shows your total revenue for the year at 150. But in the hotel fact book that gets the data from the comptroller, it shows the revenue for the year being 138.
I have no idea. I looked at a software that I paid for. It's called Property Search. I'm paying $15 a month, and that's where I got the data.
Well, why is it that, because if this is supposed to be submitted from your records and you're saying your records are saying 150, then how come the comptroller thinks that it's $12,000 less than that? Okay, all right, no, that's fine, that's fine. That's okay, no, I'm just trying,
I don't know
just
what
trying to
to say on
understand.
that one. I'm like,
Trying to understand. So your sales are 150 after vacancy, right?
this is total. I mean,
Yeah.
50%, 100%, however you calculate it.
Yeah, after, this is your actuals.
Yeah.
This is your actuals. And then, so that indicates 530,000.
For the property, for everything?
Yes.
Are you offering that?
On my study,
Okay.
you see where I had, so that's actual sale.
Uh-huh.
You divide that into half, it's 75,000, right? EGI,
You do not divide that in half.
50% occupancy, not my sales, no, in total, whenever I did so 3,557
Uh-huh.
is according to the room revenue.
I got it. Well, no, because see, that already has vacancy in it.
Okay. So this
Because
already
this
has
is called your effective gross revenue.
So EGI, this one?
That is your EGI.
Okay.
That is
Instead
your
of
EGI.
room revenue, okay.
Yeah.
So EGI minus the net operating income, what'd you get for room revenue?
That puts your room revenue at about 12,500 per year.
12.5?
And your ADR in this book is reported at 4825.
How would there be such a big difference? ADR is total amount of rooms divided by the revenue, total revenue?
By the maximum possible amount of revenue. That's before vacancy.
Mhm.
So your ADR is before vacancy.
Okay.
Yep.
If you times that by 2, I mean, I guess. Okay.
Yes, so what you should see is it should be that number twice. Yeah.
Twice?
Mhm.
Okay.
And then your vacancy is 50%, which is actually the market vacancy, so you're tracking there. Your expenses at 65%, it changes your NOI, and that's where the 530 comes from. The only discrepancy is that it was reported at 138, and it's the actual is
I mean, you
150.
could go off of that. I mean, that's what I had on my data.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't 100% take this as gospel. So, the first time we did it, we just broke down hotel motel, but there's even subdivisions within that, and then there's like all that again.
There's like 15. The way I was in my study, it shows even in hotel motel, you could differentiate other segments in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and we need to around here break down our motels a little further. And the only thing we did throw out was all the VRBO stuff, because the ADR on those things is like $250.
Okay.
Because it's like it just looks ridiculous on paper. A home away ADR is $297. That's crazy.
I have no problem until it's calculated off the gross value. If it's the value is 5, what did you say,
530.
530, it's fine.
Wait, so, okay, so Eamon, you offered 530. I can't hear Mr. Patel. So is Mr. Patel saying, yes, he is in agreement with that number?
Yeah, 530 is fine.
Yeah,
Cool.
he said 530 is fine.
Thank you very much. I just couldn't hear it. Okay, so on account number 24225, based upon what we heard from the appraisal district and from the property owner, taking into consideration any issues which might affect the overall evaluation on this property, on account 24225, I make a motion, we lower the 2020 value to $530,000 total valuation.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Case closed.
Do you, are you doing any more, or do you just have this one?
I just have this one last one. I mean, it's
You
a
have-
residential, I don't even know how, I didn't, my office submitted, it's a residential home, but we could go through it. I would like to go through it now that we're
That
here.
Redbird Drive.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's gonna be case 1259.
Wait a minute.
Listening?
Which one is it?
1259. It's the one above it, Charlie, on the sheet.
Yeah, Mr. Patel, who's this belong to?
myself,
He's
Yeah.
Jatin.
Huh?
He is Jatin. It's Jatin Jatendra? Did I say that right?
middle initial, my father's name.
And you're the owner,
Yes,
okay? Opening hearing on 2020-1259, count 35094. We'll forego the script all the way down to ARB members who are considering the protest and have not communicated with anyone about the protest and are signing an affidavit to that effect. I, Charles Powers, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F.
I, Cindy Duck, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I am signing to that effect, and I am physically located in Texas.
I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F.
My name is Val Smith. I'm a notary public. I am witnessing Mr. Powers, Ms. Duck, and Mr. Dayton's signatures via Zoom, and I'm physically located in Texas.
All testimony from all witnesses must be given under oath.
I am in Burke, do solemnly swear or affirm the testimony I shall present to the appraisal review board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
I, Jatin Jitendra Patel, do solemnly present to the appraisal review board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
Mr. Patel, who do you want to
On
begin?
this one, it's just a residential home, what was the value?
Do you want to go first?
You have to pick.
What's,
Mr. Patel,
yes,
who goes
Myself.
first?
I will.
Okay,
Okay, the appraised value, 159,000 market value. I just think I purchased this property in 2015 for 80,000. I don't see in 5 years in the county without any sewer utilities or anything like that, I don't see it doubling. This property is in the county. So that's it. See what we can do.
Okay, Eamon, you have 7 minutes.
Okay, I think that in principle, one, you paid under market when you bought it, not by too much, but you got a deal on the house. So, maybe you paid 20,000 less than otherwise most people would have. The question left is, in the last 6 years, 5 years, has your home increased in value by like 80%? Yes, yeah, it has. There's a house that was $95,000 in 2012 is $185,000. That's life. So this is 35094. The property last year was 50% complete. It was noticed at 79,200. For curiosity's sake, what was the market value before the storm? What I just want to know what it would have been at 100%.
2017.
Well, it may have had a settlement in 2017. I don't know, we'll see.
It
And-
did?
I don't know. I mean, we're
And
looking.
in 2017, 119,330.
There you go. So it was 119,000 in 2017. So our value has appreciated from 120 to 160 in that time. And as hard to believe as it is, this is where it came from. The following is sales from this neighborhood: Heron Lane, Pine Avenue, Chachalaca, and Redbird.
Are they all in the county?
Yeah, they're all, well, actually, it's possible that some of them might have been annexed. I don't know how close to Market Street any of these are. I don't think Heron was annexed. I don't think any part of Heron was annexed. It's possible for Pine. Chachalaca is not. Redbird's not. Look at 830 Heron. Can you, Scott? 35145. It's in the county, yeah. So these are all not in the city limits. The sales were for, the first one is a brick home. It is 1,974 square feet, pretty much like the subject. Sold for 156.60. And then the next one was another brick home that sold for, it was 2,000 square feet. It sold for 167.5 just in January.
And this one, the subject property is 1,700?
Yeah, that's what the adjustment is. Therefore, under segments and adjustment, there's 15,605 just for the size, and then there's 17,000 for the class, and there's 1972 for the years, and there's a bunch of adjustments being made. The one on Chachalaca sold, it was 1,845 square feet. It sold for 214. And then the one on Redbird sold for 183. So that's what's been going on in West Terrace. Very, very high home prices. So the indicated value for the subject is if it sold like these others sold, it would sell for 167. The equity grid shows other properties there on Redbird, Mallard, and on an equity basis, it shows that we are at 156,931, just barely within our margin of error, but it is lower than the notice value by some $4,000, something like that. And the sales ratio report is for West Terrace. So how are our values for actual sales in West Terrace? We're at 99%. So, and that's not an accident. It's because West Terrace was worked this year as a result of increased activity.
So let's say if that's the value, I agree to the 156, 157, do you at least discount the commissions gonna pay to the realtor, 6%? That doesn't come to me.
No, nobody gets, I understand what you're saying, but that's not, there's a definition of market value and that nobody gets that.
Okay.
But yeah, the 156.9, you ran it down to 156.
156, and
Yeah.
he said he accepts that?
No, he hasn't said that yet.
Oh.
He just said, yeah.
Yeah, yes, he accepts it?
Yes.
Did you offer it?
Yes, he did. He accepted.
Okay, and Eamon did, I just want to make sure. Eamon, you did offer it, right?
Yeah, that's what the equity grid is showing.
Okay, cool. So on account number 35094, based upon what we've heard from the district and from the property owner, taking into consideration incorrect appraised market value and any other issue which might affect the total valuation on the property, on account number 35094, I make a motion that for the 2020 value, we lower the amount to $156,000.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yay.
Yeah.
Done.
Congratulations on your golden ticket.
Yeah.
You doubled your money.
Double the money.
I wish it wasn't so. Wish it wasn't so.
It's all good. I figure you guys have to deal with a lot of Patels today on the docket.
Yes. Hey, and Mr. Patel?
Yeah.
Mr. Patel, would you please, you'll get something in the mail that'll reiterate all these values, but also upfront now, or when you get that letter, it tells you how to do a survey about your experience with the appraisal review board. We'd appreciate it if you really would fill it out and submit it.
I'll look at it once it pops up on my desk. I'll definitely do it. It will, because it'll come in the mail, so.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Whew. Okay.
Yep. Do we have anyone else?
Is Nikunj here?
I'm seeing no one on my.
All right, I'm gonna go check with Val.
Thank
All right.
you, Evan.
Okay, Nikunj Patel, the last two accounts was a no-show, so all we have left is letters.
Yay, thank you, God.
Okay, so the letters are on your Kindles. We did that yesterday and maybe the day before, talked with Mike, and that just seemed the best way to get you all the information you need for the letters.
Okay.
So which one are we doing?
Howard's letter received 8/18/2020.
Okay, thank you. August 18th. Okay.
Sorry, I read the clarifying information and realized I was muted. Let me read it again. It's short. Come on, load.
Are you muted again?
Are all these people related to somebody we know?
So here's what the clarifying information says. A new feature on the protest form this year is to request delivery by electronic communication. There is not a good catch, quote unquote, for this yet in the software program. The notice of hearing should have been sent electronically and was not. This was an error on the part of the appraisal district.
Reschedule.
Okay. Even without reading the letter?
I read the letter.
Well,
Oh,
I
you
read the letter too, and I mean,
Okay.
if the district says it was their fault, then it's done.
Okay, that's fine.
You need a,
Oh,
Yeah.
I make a motion based upon the evidence presented and that it was truly the appraisal district's fault for not sending the agreed upon email with the date of the hearing on it, that we therefore grant another hearing.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hey, Val, can you call and follow up once the email's sent?
Well, he wrote this, I would probably just send it in the mail. But yes, I'll need to talk to him about, when he can come in. So,
Well, yeah, because aren't we kind of getting at the end now?
yes,
I mean, I'm just saying, just confirm, like, even if you have him send back an email saying, yes, I received this, you know,
sure. Yes, I will do that.
thank you. Okay, that's one. Okay, so the other one.
And Mike is not here this afternoon. I don't know what the rules are as far as reading something into the record. You know, as far as letters, I know that y'all usually do that, but like I said, I don't know the rules on that.
Are you saying you want me to read it out loud?
No, that's why I say I don't know the rule on reading into the record. I know that that term is used a lot. Mike's not here, so I'm not sure.
I mean, I don't mind reading it. If you think we need to, no problem. I'd rather do it and be done than you having to follow up and
Go ahead.
hold, you know?
Go ahead.
Okay, let's go back to it. Hold up. Okay. Okay, dated August 18th, 2020, to the Appraisal Review Board at the Aransas County Appraisal District. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, Kona. Case number, oh, because he got one. Okay, case number 2020-1453. It's regarding a protest hearing to whom it may concern. Please accept this letter as my request to grant a hearing to discuss my 2020 appraised values on my property at 1701 Poinciana, Rockport, Texas 78382. In my submitted protest hearing form, I had requested the form of contact for communication to be sent by email versus postal mail. The reason for this request was I went through total knee replacement at the end of June 2020 and would not be able to drive for several weeks. Also, because of my age, surgery, and COVID-19, I was not leaving my home except for doctor's appointment, physical therapy, and to pick up food. I waited for some correspondence from the appraisal district and even called to verify that they had received my protest form. I was informed that due to COVID-19, my hearing date would not be scheduled until the middle of August, and yes, they did receive my request form. I looked daily at my emails to see if I had received any notice. I did not. This past Sunday, I did go to my postal box, located about 5 miles from my home, to get my mail for the first time since my surgery. I had been sent a packet from the appraisal district. Upon reviewing the information, I found that my hearing date was set for 8/13 of 2020, which had already passed. In requesting that the appraisal review board, I'm requesting that the appraisal review board grant me an exception and allow me a new hearing date. Thank you for this consideration. Sincerely, Forrest Powers, owner. Okay, and so, there's a thing of his envelope, which he sent this in, and it's dated August 18th. When you go to the other evidence, which is the ACAD info PDF, it says a new feature on the protest form this year is to request delivery by electronic communication. There's not a good catch for this yet in the software program. The notice of hearing should have been sent electronically and was not. This was an error on the part of the appraisal district. For that reason, I make a motion that we do grant this hearing, as it was the district's fault that he did not know of his hearing.
Well, yeah, I already have a motion that passed on it.
Okay,
So,
so
is that
there
good?
you go.
Okay.
We made that motion based upon the letters I just read. Is that better?
Yes, great.
Okay. Okay. Oh, Lordy. Okay. The other one is certified letter track.
Right, this is not a letter from a person per se, but it pertains to one.
Have we seen the letter before?
Yes, about a week ago, a ruling was made
What was the ruling?
not to grant another hearing. So Mike and I were talking this morning. He formulated the statement to the ARB in regard to that ruling. And so that's a summary page that you will see. And he said to present it today.
The tracking history?
Well, so there's the summary information in there, certified letter summary that says why we're including this.
Oh, okay. Okay. Should I read it? Yep.
Sure.
Okay. On August 11, 2020, the Appraisal Review Board read a letter from Cathar Dureo and denied, excuse me, the request to grant another hearing. I would like to update the board that the certified letter still has the in-transit status and that there's not been an unclaimed. Oh, this is the person with the, what do you call that? Certified mail?
Yes.
Okay. And we haven't gotten back the thing saying they got them, but it also hasn't been returned back to y'all.
Correct.
Okay. Now it's ringing a bell. I'd like to update the board that the certified letter still has the in-transit status and there's not been an unclaimed status put on this letter yet. The original certified letter had the unclaimed status put on much earlier. The status on the second letter is still in transit. Summarized timeline. On June 17th, well, we received notice of protest. June 29th, notice of hearing mailed by us by certified mail. Elected, oh, and I guess the person had elected to receive it by certified mail, which is a new option for this year. So the person requesting the hearing is who said, yes, please send it certified. So we did on June 29th. On July 13th, that's where you look at the USPS tracking sheet, unclaimed. It's the June 29th mailing, shows that it was unclaimed on July 17th still, since this was certified mail and we had not received a receipt by July 13th. The day before the hearing, we called and contacted the property owner and they called us, at which time we informed them of the July 14th hearing and our concern that the tracking showed it was still in transit. During this conversation, they were told they'd be scheduled for another hearing.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I had nothing to do with that.
No, yeah, I know. I'm asking Val, why were they told that it'd be rescheduled? It was the next day, wasn't it?
It was. We can do a reschedule when it's the day before. They get one of those. And with it being a certified letter and it being a new kind of thing, we just elected to go ahead and give it another go. We like it says next, on July 15th, we sent out a whole new packet.
Right.
Because they couldn't do it the next day? Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay. So, okay, we not received, which at one point, okay. So now, so that was July 13th, okay? So July 15th, which is just 2 days later, the process of notice of hearing was started again with another certified mail event, which was mailed July 15th. Oh God. the property owner elected to have it sent certified mail again, although we suggested alternatives since there had been a problem with the certified first mailing event. CUSPS tracking for July.
These are the people that are going to handle your ballot when we have mail-in ballots. Think about that.
Yeah.
Okay, now, this says, I don't know why this was put on there, okay? Because it says, in summary, the appraisal district agrees in principle with granting a reschedule at a date that would account for any problems with the delivery of the notice of hearing, meaning we give the notice of hearing to her by certified and regular to know, and that the hearing be scheduled a couple of months in advance. I don't get that. Okay.
So Val, I have a question here. You rescheduled and then you sent this certified letter out on July 15th.
A second certified letter. They never even bothered to answer the question.
Right. When was the second hearing scheduled?
Was scheduled for August the 3rd.
Well, they missed it, so we're done.
I find it hard to believe that the USPS would lose something or take that long twice.
So, yes, we thought we'd better bring it to your attention again because the tracking itself doesn't specify that they did not claim it on this second one, and it is now August the 19th.
Okay, wait, let me look at it.
Right,
Okay.
that's why I'm looking at this second tracking. It just kind of goes dead after July 16th. It doesn't say what happened to it. So
Well,
Oh,
it's July 21st.
yeah, July.
What's it doing in Oklahoma City?
I think that was the first one. I think
That's
that was after it was unclaimed and being returned to sender. But the second one is the one that, that prompted this today.
Wait, so where do you see the second one, Val? And I mean,
The July 15th tracking.
Are they claiming, have you talked to them recently? Are they claiming that they still haven't gotten this letter?
A call was made to Mike last week. And yes, I have not heard if they have claimed it or not.
Okay.
wait, a call, they called Mike?
Yes,
The people did?
yes,
Did he talk to them?
yes.
Did he ask them, did you get the letter?
Like I said, he is not here, so I can't really answer that.
Well,
I
I think we said no, didn't we?
No. We
You
said
did.
no. We said no. We say no again.
I
I
agree.
stand by what, I think what we did was correct. And I mean, there should be some notation though of Mike speaking to them on whatever date and what the conversation was about. Because I don't see any notation of his conversation with them.
Yeah, I tend to agree with Charlie. It's no, they're not providing enough information here to make their case that they didn't get this letter.
Okay, this is what we pulled off the tracking website ourselves.
Oh, yourselves,
This
okay.
is not what they provided to us. Because we sent the letter, we have the tracking number, and yes, I just checked it again today, and this is dated, I believe today's date at the top, or yesterday's.
Yesterday's or 2 days ago.
Okay,
So it just disappeared at the whatever transit center it was on July 21st. according to the tracking.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, I would still say no.
It doesn't even say where it's in. I mean, that is kind of weird. Because it says, okay, yeah, it was at Dow. And when I track my packages, you know, it doesn't just say it's in transit. It says in transit to Oklahoma or in transit. And this just says in transit arriving late where? To the next.
In transit arriving late is intended to mean arriving late to the recipient.
Well, but it says it is currently in transit to the next facility.
Right. But arriving late to the recipient is what the text means.
Yeah. And that's been almost 30 days ago now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right, Robert. Wow.
Yeah, I would say no.
Well, we said no.
Okay.
And I would say this, you know, and again, I think that there should be something noted in the file about what Mike's conversation was with them.
Okay.
But we said no before. I mean, it's like,
Yeah, we've already acted on it. We don't have to do it again.
yeah.
Okay. And that's all I have for today.
Yay. Wasn't that easy?
We have a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second that.
In favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Thank
Oh,
y'all
God.
very much.
Thank you,
Oh,
Beth, for
hold on.
everything.
I did want to let you know. Okay, we are scheduled for an agent in the morning, Reagan Orr. And by all indications, they are going to settle those cases. There's a possibility that Texas Protex will have a couple of those cases because they are the agent of record. And I will keep you up to date, but it looks like in all probability, we may not have any cases on the morning dockets.
Cindy, when did you have to be gone?
Tomorrow afternoon?
In the afternoon?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll see y'all
All
in
righty.
a while though.
So we'll find out at 8:30 what,
I asked the agent to go ahead. I think Jackie had to leave, but to forward the settlements to me as soon as I have them in hand, I will let you know the status so that you can plan better for tomorrow. I'll try. I'm hoping it will not be 8:30 when you have to find out.
so what's our delivery man gonna do? Cause I have to figure out what I'm gonna have him stop and pick me up for dinner.
Did you hear that, Scott?
It's gonna be a surprise.
Oh, it's a surprise tonight?
Yes.
Cool. So,
Valerie, do you want me to sign the orders while he waits here, or do you want me to just do it
You
later?
can do it at your leisure. If there's any way you could put it out early in the morning and Scott could pick it up maybe on his way in, he usually gets here about 7:30, about 7 in the
I can
morning.
just, I mean, it's,
hi, Barbara.
you want 2 trips by, or you want me to get it,
Oh, okay.
whatever you want.
Scott, what's your choice? You want to wait for me to sign them or pick it up in the morning?
I'll pick it up in the morning. I'll be by about 7. That works for you?
Yeah.
And I'll be there about 7. I'll just actually, if you just leave them on your porch, I can pick them up, and I will just put them under that shell under your porch,
Okay.
and then I will replace it with your documents for tomorrow in the morning.
Okay.
I'll just do you in the morning.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
Very good.
Cool.
Okay. Thank
All right.
y'all.
Thank you, Val. Thank you.